treat you like a king. I'll treat you like the one and only. I could be your queen and give you everything you need.
Grace, hello, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good, thank you, good. So we are so excited to have you at 33 on the 5th of September.
Thanks for having me.
I know, it's been really exciting. We first saw you kind of hitting the stage early 2014 on Annie Mac's Music Mondays and Eating Messi's tour. How was the response from that?
It's been amazing, it's been kind of unexpected. Obviously support from people like Annie Mac and Radio 1 is like more than you can ever ask for. All the Eating Messi boys are amazing, they've supported all my stuff. And touring with them has just been great.
Has there been a favourite place that you've been so far?
There's been a few, obviously Ibiza. I went to Beirut, I did a gig in Beirut, which was pretty amazing, kind of crazy place.
Surreal?
Yeah, surreal.
I can imagine. So 33hz, it's a smaller, intimate venue. How does that compare for you as a DJ playing from your big venues to the smaller?
I actually prefer like a smaller, intimate venue because you can really kind of interact with the crowd a bit more. Yeah, you can feel what they're into and like. Yeah. I don't necessarily like plan what I'm going to play on the night, so it's good to see what the crowd are into.
Yeah. And also, we saw that you did a track with the Bastille.
Yeah.
So did you go and do that with them, or how did that come about?
That was a track that I wrote with Dan from Bastille. We were kind of writing. This was before their album was out, but it was kind of as they were wrapping it up, so it didn't actually make it onto their album, but they were doing an EP of collaborations, yeah. So they decided to do like a collaboration with me on that, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that a point in your career when you were like, wow, this is like quite big?
Definitely, yeah.
Was that a certain, have you had any other certain moments when you've gone, this is kind of...
I suppose like the first time I ever got played like on Radio 1 was a pretty big moment. And obviously Pete Tong made me like a future star on there, which was like...
That's huge.
Kind of asked for a bigger kind of
Not really.
co-sign on that.
No. Amazing. Who have been your biggest influences musically? Have you grown up around electronic music or?
Yeah, like obviously the kind of Daft Punks, like all the kind of French electro stuff, like all the Ed Banger stuff I was really into. Obviously like the more classic house, like from the 90s, like even like back to early MK, all the Chicago stuff, Frankie Knuckles, all that kind of stuff. And then like I love Prince, Michael Jackson, all that kind of stuff as well, so I think it all kind of melts into one.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Your genre, I feel like it's a mix of a lot of genres. Can you put your genre into a certain box, or is there a way that you describe it?
I don't like to. I kind of try and make something different every time. Like, I don't really just stick to house or garage, or kind of like, just kind of try and mix it up every time.
And I was going to say again, you can clearly hear within your music that you like other genres.
Definitely, yeah.
Is there another genre which you'd say is your favourite, or?
I love pop music. I love great songs. Like when it comes down to it, yeah. Like obviously I love production and electronic music, but when it comes down to it, people love a great song, a good melody, a good hook. So yeah, that's where my kind of heart lies, really.
Cool. Is there an artist or DJ who you'd like to collaborate with? Old or new? Dead or alive?
I'd love to do a track with Prince. I know I've said his name already, but yeah, I'd love to do a track with Prince.
That would be pretty epic.
Yeah, happy and incredible.
And going on to your videos. So I watched the video for King, which is amazing.
Thank you.
The little girl dancing with her Jordans on and everything.
She's so cute, right?
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Were you behind the concept? Were you kind of involved with that?
No, the director, Taichi, is he's from Japan. He's based between Japan and London. He actually came to me, he heard the song, he came to me with the idea. And he worked with these animators called Rapparoo, that's how you pronounce it, who did all the animation, the cartoon, everything. And it was actually when he first came to me, it was an idea for it to be a little boy that was in it, but we thought it would be really cool to flip it and make it a little girl, and like when she's wearing like the little Jordans and like,
it's brilliant. It's so good. It's really, really good.
Yeah, it's just like a kid's like imagination kind of thing.
And it fits so well with the song as well.
Yeah, well, I think Taichi kind of based it around what he heard in the song, so yeah, props to Taichi, really.
Another question which me and I know a lot of people have been wondering, your name, where did that come from? How did that start, originate?
I mean, been producing quite a while. I've had quite a few different aliases over the years, but I used to be called High Grade. And when I made the kind of transition into this new project, it was kind of like a shortening of that. So, yeah, I was kind of the decision to like start fresh, if you know what I mean.
And finally, what can we expect from you in the next year or so? Any big gigs or festivals that we can get an exclusive on?
I'm playing some closing parties in Ibiza in the next couple of weeks. I'm working really hard on my new EP, which is a bit of a kind of change from what you might have heard in the past. There's kind of like a few different styles on there that you might not expect.
Anything you can tell us?
You have to wait and see.
Let's wait and see.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not going to be so much house and garage as much as there has been before.
Exciting. Well, thank you so much for speaking to 33
Thanks for having
TV.
me. Thanks for having me.
And we'll see you on the 5th of September.
Look forward to it.